Hey, welcome to Love the Bomb, a podcast where we talk about performers' worst nightmares on stage. I'm Luke Fagenbush, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Lauren Hunt. And Luke forgot to mention that this podcast is now brought to you by Commonwealth Sanctuary. I shook hands with a man and I said I would say that. I'm making good on promises.
Yeah. Actually, and he didn't tell us to do this, but we toured the place that Sean Braley's going to have a comedy show coming up. Several comedy shows. It's a comedy venue now.
It is.
And they were having Romeo and Juliet. They were showing free screenings of family-friendly movies, and it's like right across the river from Cincinnati. And I fell a little bit in love with this place, I'll say.
Yeah, me too.
But let's not overshadow that with another person.
Yeah, our guest this week has nothing to do with Commonwealth Sanctuary.
Also fell in love with the brand, the institution that is Six.
Amen.
You ain't have to transition that hard. I was really trying to pick apart what you were saying. So you really like this place, huh?
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah,
absolutely. And we really like you. Tell all the folks where they can find you. What's your socials?
You're gonna come back on, and we'll still be recording there. We'll show you around. They have a working organ. They got beers on tap.
Hey man, what's going on? This your guy Six.
Now that we're done,
Yeah,
shamelessly plugging something that has only to do with us.
You make me want to go.
To your episode.
Hey, what's it called again?
Commonwealth Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Hey man, check us out at the Commonwealth Sanctuary. Man, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll be selling chicken dinners, chicken plates, chicken fingers, chicken toes. Come down where all the chickens go. No, man, I'm just.
How do you describe yourself? Like, do you have a short little bio you shoot off? You just be you.
Hey man, it's Six, man. I don't know, man. If you want to come out and see some booty jokes, man, I got some booty jokes. Got a lot of good stories, man. If you want to come out and support an entrepreneur, man, that's how, man. Throw a show, man.
I was surprised to learn that you had several albums that are released and are upcoming.
Yeah, man.
Music albums and comedy albums.
Yeah, man. I'm just a creative, man. So if you like creativity in different forms, whether it's music, whether it's on the stage doing comedy, whether it's singing doing comedy, man, you should check me out. You can check me out on YouTube, Type Shit Podcast, TYPESHITPODCAST, or you can check me out on TikTok if you want some type of impersonation. You can catch Rick Ross over on my TikTok, man. Type Shit Pod, TYPESHITPOD, man. You can talk to the boss over there on my TikTok. Believe that. Boss. So you want to see some funny Rick Ross?
That didn't happen anywhere in the episode.
He's adding value to the intro. The consummate professional. Of course we need to have him back on.
I heard one voice throughout the entire thing, and now I'm mad.
Hey, you want to hear Rick Ross? You already know. It's the biggest. Mama, Maybach music. Yeah, man. Just if you like creativity, man, we need to do more creative stuff, man.
Amen.
Yeah.
So, man, let's set another one up, man. And, yeah, you can check me out on YouTube, TikTok. I feel like I'm doing a horrible job of promoting myself.
No.
If you want to hear the music, man, like I said, the album Inner Space, INNERSPACE, Blaze.
There it is.
Some real good music on there. The Life Before the Comedy Stage, so you can check that out.
And we're wearing your shirts. They're
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, man. If you want to visit the website, sixsensemedia.com, www.sixmedia.com. You can buy merch. You can check this out. You can check those shirts out. And, yeah, man, support.
Hell fucking yeah. Is there anything else that we need to put on? Is there any more stank we need on this intro?
I think we got people going.
Can you hear yourself? In
You
the
engineer the
fans?
show too, or you engineer it? Like make the levels right.
Oh, that audio guy's over
That's me.
there. Yeah.
It's crispy.
I try and teach him as much as I can because, like, you know, I'm out of town sometimes and have to like not do all of the things.
And I think the audio is marginally better than shittier when you're out of town. So
Wait, are you saying that the audio?
it's not as bad as it could be.
Oh, I thought you were negging me. I thought you were saying
No,
that
I was
it's
negging myself.
Oh, well, that's on brand for you. Six, how you been, man? I haven't seen you in like I feel like you pop into my life every 6 to 6 months.
Nah, it's been like 2 months since the place over in Walnut Hills
What place in Walnut Hills?
that
Symposium?
that Gretchen used to do.
You're
I used
talking
to
about
see y'all
20s.
out there.
That's
Yeah,
right.
That's the one.
Was that only 2 months ago?
It
Since that one guy ran a car into 20s and then they got robbed and then they can't
Really?
do that anymore?
All in the same day?
We may not have to cut that.
It
I
might
don't know
have
if
been
I'm
a
allowed to
couple
say any
things.
of that.
I think there was a robbery, and then maybe the car was a different. Was there a car that ran into it?
Oh, yeah, there was like a
Okay,
thing. Unless I'm thinking of a different place. Their door was definitely broke all to shit, though.
Yeah.
Hey man, sometimes you got to drink and drive, man.
Dude.
it was 6.
You
That's
got to. How you gonna get to the next party, man? What?
Just
Hell yeah,
roll through a
keep it
door and
rolling.
then, you know, take some shit on your way out. They already have problems. Their door is broken.
Drinking and driving used to be my forte, man.
Well, what's that bottle you walked in?
Oh
Yeah,
this dude like it
speaking
is something,
of-
man. This is spring water, carbonated
That's
spring
fancy
water.
as fuck.
Oh,
It is.
shit.
It looks like a bottle of wine,
man.
but you.
It look like I'm about to get fucked off.
It really does, but it's just water. Like that's.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's carbonated. It's like,
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
good.
You got the champagne of water, right?
yeah, man. That's what I do now, man. I gave up drinking, man. I
Oh,
drank
for real?
enough in my whole life, but now I just be crushing these waters, and it got the sparkling on it, so it give it a little extra jump.
That way you feel like you're drinking something other than just water, right?
Right.
No one likes just water.
Sometimes.
I have to be
Although,
about dead and
when-
dehydrated to actually like water.
When
No
I went
deer
over
park.
to like Europe, where they all drink carbonated water constantly, I ran like some kind of 5K or something, and then I got to the very end, and then they handed me water, and I'm like, oh, thank God, water! And then it was sparkling water, so I was like, what is this shit?
You ran a 5K in Germany?
Yeah,
Wait, what? Yeah.
under duress from my friends. I didn't enjoy it at all, but
Were you on
But
vacation?
you was in Germany, man. Hey,
yeah. No, it was like an exchange program out of high school.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I should know more about you.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm here for, man. I'm like a Jan Levon Zahn. I can heal him. I can heal everybody, bro. Turn up.
Holy shit.
How long have you not been drinking for? Was that a recent thing? Or?
Since like 2015.
Okay, so you've been at the not drinking for a while.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
pretty much the whole time I've known you then.
Yeah. I ain't been drinking the whole time I did comedy.
Yeah. I think the first time I remember meeting you was at Max.
Max Pizza in Clifton.
Yeah.
That used to be a fun mic.
Used to be.
lot of smoking. Why you make that sound like you ain't like
Just
Max?
Max comes up so
you
much.
never
Yeah.
came to Max.
No,
Yeah.
I'm, and that's why I made that sound because I'm mad that I never actually went. I just have FOMO. That was the sound of FOMO leaking out of me.
I think you can start back up.
My favorite description of that mic was an open mic for savages, and that was. I love that about.
Because we don't got too many of them.
Yeah,
Like savage
we just-
open mics. Gretchen tried to do it with the roast. That's some savagery.
Yeah,
There were some horrific things said in that basement. That is some of the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah. But Max was definitely a vibe, man. I think that could come back. I wonder why.
Yeah, me. Well, it stopped because of. We'll talk about it in the Patreon. But yeah, me and Q have been going every couple of months. I'll message him or he'll message me and be like, "We need to find another venue and start that shit up again." And then we don't. So now that we got people begging for it, though.
Bruh, like the location is big.
Oh yeah.
This set up to like be a popping ass mic right there by UC. Mm-hmm. And like everybody can get there.
We
It's
don't
easy.
have a whole bunch of UC mics. There used to be one at like that Mr. Sushi down there that Alex Schubert ran.
Really?
Oh, that's
that was
right.
for a
Mr.
while,
Sushi
but that
was
was a couple
fun.
years ago. I mostly liked it because I live right down the road and I could drink then go there instead of.
What made you?
Yeah.
What made y'all get into comedy, man? How bad has your life gotten?
Oh, that. I
Wow.
don't think we've been well interviewed
Holy
in a while.
shit, man.
But as far
How do
as,
you take a generic ass question and ask it in just such a wonderful how bad did your life get? Why did you start comedy?
Man, this shit is man.
Was it a divorce? Was it addiction? What got you going, man?
Okay, I'll say after college,
Sadness is the fuel to the car that is comedy.
I was
Oh shit.
very lonely living in my parents' house, and I started a dumb construction job with wild hours, and I was working in warehouses besides that.
If
And
you
then I'm
live in the
like,
Midwest, you're gonna work in a
do
warehouse.
something. Like,
Yeah.
and a while after that, I found like actual friends where I could like move in with people and actually start my life.
Yeah.
Because for a while, it did not feel like that. It's like just locked in a dark box.
Yeah.
Was that the time in your life when you just like go to work and then you come home and eat like a bowl of mashed potatoes and go to sleep and then repeat?
Yeah, I needed so many calories.
Yeah. You've described that section of your life to me a couple of times, and that's the note that sticks out to me is you coming home exhausted and pounding a couple pounds of potatoes into you and then just falling asleep with the bowl in
it's
your
just
hand.
whatever leftovers, and then my parents wake up and it's like, I guess we have to cook a full 4 meals again today.
Why was you eating mashed potatoes? You trying to get thick?
No, it was just I would spend so many calories either working in a hot trailer or
Luke the
like,
Stallion?
yeah. Well, my metabolism, I can't like gain weight.
He's a
I've
hummingbird of a
actually
person.
Tried.
Do you like if I had your metabolism, man, oh my God, man. I'll be broke.
I think you could walk through a brick wall like without slowing down if you had.
Hey man, I would kill for that, man.
Yeah, it's
a blessing and a
sucks
curse.
when you like eat too late and then you're just out walking around and you're like, why do I feel so shitty and weak? And then you pass out. That's happened to me like 3 times.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's scary.
So there is a trade-off.
All right. You passed.
Also, the answer when a person has passed out from lack of calories is not peanut butter. I found that out when I was there one time when that happened to you.
I use
love
peanut butter,
peanut butter,
before.
man.
What it's
Well, no, like when you're still not quite fully conscious, shoving a sticky substance down someone's throat
Yeah.
is not a great idea.
I done almost passed from peanut butter a
My
couple
ex
times.
saved your fucking life, dude. Yeah, no, peanut butter has killed many inadvertently. Just like, oh,
Hey man, I thought it was over for me a couple times, man. Ben, if you eat peanut butter and you dehydrate it, you would almost pass, man. It gets
Really?
stuck right here.
it's a finisher almost.
Oh,
yeah.
And I live by myself, so I ain't had nobody to call. I was just like, damn, this is how it's about to happen to me. By peanut butter.
it's a mechanical thing. It's not like a what you eat thing. It's just it'll block up your
Oh,
throat.
yeah.
if
Oh
it's
yeah,
Oh,
I might
yeah.
just have bad mechanics with that, man.
So,
Yeah.
how dark was your life when you started comedy? Was that a cry for help like it is for a lot of people?
Yeah, absolutely. Like my dark place that got me started in comedy was my opener for a long time. The sound an X makes.
Yeah.
Because I had just the first time I got on stage, I was in the middle of the divorce with my ex, while she was getting remarried to her pen pal in Oregon.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Hurry up and sign the
Damn,
divorce
a
paperwork
pen
so that
pal. I
I
feel
can
that a little in my
sign this
soul.
marriage document." Yeah, that's where I was. And then that opener got real old and stale. And it's just like, man, something else real dark needs to happen to me so that I can have a new opener. That's the part I'm in now,
Hey,
where I'm just
that's
like,
real.
man, I feel like I hit a nice manila rut and I've gotten too comfortable. And I need to, like, I don't know, put a rock in my shoe and walk around. Get some angst on me.
I feel you.
What was
That's
your
kinda
bottom?
fucked up.
What? Yeah, I know, right? I told you I'm not in a great place. Where were you at when you started comedy?
Them exes will get you like that.
Yeah.
Them
Right?
exes will get you like that, bro. Like, it's crazy how like my bottom was, I think it was a couple like rock bottoms. It was just like it would like alcohol just wasn't doing it no more. Where it's just like it's time to look inward and start changing stuff.
Yeah.
And then like them exes, man. If I see any of my exes in the street, it's gonna be a headbutt festival.
Really?
I'm headbutting everybody around. You might just catch a stray headbutt. It's going, Man, like,
I like that because you don't see it coming. You're like, hey,
really don't.
You're getting kind of close, and then just
Bow.
I seen one of them downtown one time where I was filming my podcast type shit podcast. I was doing the hip hop trivia, and I was downtown on the banks, and I seen her, but I was dressed up as a character, and I was so pissed at myself for being like. So not only did this shit end bad, but now you look like a dumbass. I had on like a wig and a trench coat. Oh, I was pissed, man. And she was just looking at me with some sexy ass looking nigga, man. He was all like, he had a nice body, unlike mine. I was so pissed, man.
you always want to be looking good for the acts, but then you can't.
I was in a damn costume. I had a wig on,
This is
bruh.
a bit. This is not how I go out. Like, I would have
hey,
lost
man.
it too, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, y'all just reminded me of that. Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's like a double loss.
But
Right?
it's cool that like a lot of alcoholics do need the whole Alcoholics Anonymous thing is you can't do it on your own, but
You can.
but yeah, you looked at it and you're like, I need some work, and then you just went and did it.
That's
like,
really what it is, man. I feel like anytime, like any kind of vice can get you there, but it like, when will you say it's gonna be a time in everybody's life where you just gotta be like, all right, what part do I play in my own unhappiness?
Ah,
You got
that's the deep philosophy that people come to this show for.
I got some chills.
I have goosebumps in places that
Like,
are new.
What am I doing? That was fucking myself up.
right. People be like, nah, fuck that part, man. That's why I got in this relationship to blame everything on that person.
Exactly.
I got a whole list of names why I'm unhappy. I don't show up in the top 10. Like,
Right. Why do we? Hey, man. It's so. Hey, man. But we all do that.
Yep.
But like, what pushed you to that point where you just like, all right, bruh. The people who you was blaming this shit on ain't even around no more. You ran them off.
Exactly. Or ran away from them.
So why is the problem still there? Hey, man. And then it just go from there. So like, I feel like I was real awkward. I feel like I'm still awkward. I feel like nervous right now. Everywhere I go, I just be nervous as hell, man. Cause like I'm the only child. So it's part of me that's like always watching my own back. Like, and then I feel like I'm kind of like OCD and paranoid anyway. So it's just like a hypersensitivity type thing. But like, I really start getting into comedy to battle like social anxiety.
yeah, I was the same a little bit.
One of my first shirts that I made, it was socially awkward. That was what was on the shirt. And it made me feel more comfortable wearing that shirt because it was like giving like a warning. Like, man, this is going to be weird, but it's going to be good, man.
Just stay tuned. It'll make you laugh.
Like if you get to know me, you're not going to not like me. But this first part is about to be a battle, man.
There's a learning curve, but just get over that hump.
Hard. I mean, oh, man. So that was just pretty much it, man. So I wanted to get that. It was like a crutch. So I just got rid of that. I used to eat millions of pounds of pizza and drink beer. I just stopped doing that. And then you got to like what they call it? You got to take that energy and transmute it.
Yeah.
Put it into another thing.
Yeah.
Because it's good. It's energy. But what you going to channel it into? So that's really what I started doing.
It's going to come out some way.
Yeah,
A lot of the
yeah.
way it's anxiety,
Yeah.
whatever.
If you an artist, it's better you get all your feelings out through your art.
Oh, yeah.
And not through like random emotions being thrown around.
Yeah, or just beating yourself up because you think you're shitty and that's stopping you from putting yourself in front of people where they can say a different opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Get out your own way type shit.
Yeah.
Type shit. Oh.
Yeah, we'll do the zoom in post.
Hey, yeah. Matter of fact, man, like this is my clothing line type shit, and through type shit, I like to put like sayings on shirts, and just
Yeah,
so you can
brought
speak
merch.
without, huh?
You brought merch.
Oh yeah, man, I got some giveaways for y'all, man. Like
Hell yeah.
Goodies.
so this is like my classic logo, just the type shit logo. But I also make other shirts, so I wanted to get y'all. I brought a medium and a large. I think I got another if y'all need something different. But this one is I make me so happy, cause who else is gonna do it? Type shit.
There you go.
So I don't know which one of y'all. I think that's the medium. Then I got the large.
I think
Is another one.
this medium would be perfect.
Love thy hater.
No.
For they first loved you, they just don't know how to express it, man. So they ain't at that point in their life yet.
That's love thy hater. That's fucking brilliant.
The graphics on these are really well done.
Hey,
Yeah,
appreciate
dude.
it, man. I design them all myself. I press them all myself still.
No shit.
Oh hell yeah!
man. So I'm just trying to
It's high quality.
Hey, appreciate it. But yeah, man, if you like them shirts, man, go to www.sixsensemedia, SIXXSENSE media, MEDIA.com. I got merch up there on the store. And yeah, man, just want to help add good vibes, man.
How did the type shit ideology come about? Because like that's like you have very solid branding, and
Appreciate it.
it has to start somewhere. So where did type shit start?
It's just a popular phrase, like, and it seemed like it's being said right now more than ever. But like, I remember like back in high school, like it's almost like the hood amen. Like somebody say something you can agree with. It's actually a term that bring people together. It's a common ground. If I say something like, man, you know, Chipotle ain't good as it used to be, you'll be like type shit, because
Right.
you like, I feel that. That's true. Or I say like, man, I ain't even want to go, man. My girl made me go. You be like, type shit. I did not want to go. So it's just like it's a common ground, and then he took that off like you was a grandmother with triple D breasts.
No shit. And it's just like, I got to get this bra off. I'm at the zoo. I have already
like,
sweat
I'm at
through
the
it.
zoo.
Oh my God. The underwire. I'm through with it. But I have to take it off in a decent way because
Right.
there are all these families around and
Oh,
nowhere for me to do it in the
I didn't want
darkness.
to make you uncomfortable, you know. I got a
Did you learn that from
real
Double D Diva or a
pale
patron?
torso. Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, man.
But as I was changing skillfully,
Yeah. Thanks for
it sounded
doing
like
that.
you were used to explaining type shit to white people. That sounded like,
I'll be
'Cause-
trying to figure out an explanation. Period. Like,
because the first time I heard that was from you.
Really?
Sincerely, yeah.
Hey,
when
that's
you
what's
said,
up.
I'm like, that's a six thing.
yeah, type shit. Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, yeah, I'm proud.
Yeah.
The type shit ambassador. But nah, I didn't make it up. It's just like the moonwalk. Michael Jackson ain't make it up. He got it from like a whole bunch of neighborhood kids, like just culture kids. But it's something we all used to say a whole bunch, and it seems like it keep getting bigger. Everybody's saying it now.
Hold on.
Type
We
shit.
have
Type shit.
Michael Jackson didn't come up with the moonwalk?
Nah. He said, well, that's what he said. He said he got it from just like kids in the neighborhood, not in his neighborhood, but just like kids in the culture he would see dance and they was doing a dance. And he was like, what is that? And they told us the moonwalk. Actually, what I've been researching, what we think is the moonwalk is not actually the moonwalk. That's called, I forget what that's called, but like the moonwalk is when he be like moving his shoulders and spinning in a circle. That's really the moonwalk.
Huh.
But yeah, man. So it's some kid that never got his credit. He probably worked somewhere he don't want to work. He's like, man, I came up with that shit.
I
This
had
some
no
bullshit.
idea that Michael Jackson and Elvis had so much in common.
Yeah.
Kinda. Not really. Hey, man.
I started sweating in my brain before I said that.
Yeah.
I'm happy with how it landed.
All Elvis put his fingers on was some chicken. Like. But I did see a video of someone doing the moonwalk, like we know it, like in the 1950s.
I bet.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I forget the guy's name, but it was like clearly like a decade before Michael Jackson.
Yeah, man. Ain't nothing brand new, man. They
Th-
probably was
Everything has
moonwalking.
already been done,
Yeah.
and South Park already made that idea a bit.
Everything has already been done. But speaking as a comedian, if I see you doing my jokes, it's gonna be a headbutt festival. You ever felt like somebody did your joke? You ever seen that?
I can't say, well, yeah, but not like someone that I know personally. There's things that are in my notebook that I've never gotten around to saying out loud that I see on TikTok reels. And I'm just
hurt,
like,
don't it?
oh, why wasn't I more famous and more confident now?
Hey, man, I feel like the vibes be out there, and everybody who connected to that line, they get it like it's coming. You better do something, and then whoever get it out there first, had the most ambition or the most connects, they get credit for it. But it kind of like it get that mindset and that vibe a lane. So like now more people can do it, but some stuff is just like, man, jokes, you can't steal nobody's joke.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because if you steal somebody's joke, it's wrong. But once you get caught stealing somebody's joke, I can't believe you made none of your jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
you lose credibility as an artist.
Gabriel Iglesias could write as many original, very funny jokes as he could, but you're always going to be like, who'd you get that from?
You still
Exactly.
won.
Yeah.
Then everybody just
Exactly.
think you like your whole catalog is in question.
You find out Picasso traced one thing,
Yeah.
and then you find out, oh, Picasso invented tracing. That's wild.
Yeah, it's
would
different.
say you're not as much danger as some people of having material stolen because you just do it in such a specific way. Like you go up and then you usually have a soundtrack and you usually have your own style up there.
You're watermarked. Like your act is weirdly watermarked, and it would take a lot of hoops and specificity to steal your shit.
You think so?
Yeah, man, you're a
Man, I
very
hope
unique
so.
act.
I hope
And
so. Man.
I was wondering, did you start out with like all the music, all the like
Yeah.
call and so you went up
Really?
there and you did that?
Since like 2004, I was just doing purely music.
Okay.
I always been goofy.
Okay.
So like that's the basis for like a lot of my stuff gonna have some music or a beatbox. It's gonna be musical or it's gonna be funny. So like I was doing music. I had a group called Crack Sauce. You might have heard. You might have heard.
Brand, musical, funny.
Yeah, it was like
Crack
that. It
sauce.
was like, because what does sauce do on food? It's the addictive part. If you eat a chicken breast that just been boiled, you be like, I do not like chicken. But we like sauce. So like,
Yes.
it was me and my group, and we was the sauce, man. We did like a lot of work in the city, man. We worked with like Talib Kweli. We did a show on Found Square called, not Talib Kweli, my bad, with High Tech. But we did do shows with Talib Kweli, but like we had a show on Found Square called High Tech and Friends where we got up there rap. When we worked with them, I got a song. I said this on Johnny Wood's podcast, but I got a song with Afro Man called "Stay Off the Stage." We made it
Really?
like I worked at a studio that he would come to, that Afro Man would come to out in Fairfield. A lot of people don't know he lived in Ohio. He lived like almost
Yeah,
Georgetown.
we've had a couple people who dipped their fingers in comedy and rap mention his name.
I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say that you knew someone that dipped their fingers in Afro Man, and I was like, who do you
Wow.
know?
Don't watch
Damn
that
it.
ever.
It's Nick Benavidez.
That would be horrible.
He still thought it was. Never mind.
AI just created a mental picture in my head.
You're welcome.
So how did you get started with music then? Was that just something you've always done? Or?
Yeah, man. Like I always been it's always been comedy or music to me, man. So I was like rapping in high school, stuff like that. Well, I got introduced to rap in high school. I was a late bloomer. It was just R&B and gospel until I was in high school. Then got introduced to rap. I really like rap because it was a way to use words. I feel like I'm a wordsmith, so like more than liking rap, I really just like playing with the words. Like making a verse felt like a puzzle to me.
Yeah.
Like getting it to be right and then finish it the right way, starting it the right way, different cadences. So I was heavy into music. I actually got an album called Inner Space that you can check out. It's on YouTube. Inner Space is real good music on there. INNERSPACE by Blaze 6. My rap name was Blaze 6. So just doing music.
Did that just sound good? Did that come from
I
something?
have no idea where that name came from. I feel like I was just so hot that it didn't matter, and my name didn't make no sense. It was just like, man, I
It
don't know.
sounds cool as shit.
Like-
That's enough.
I came up eventually with like I blazed my 16s. That sound corny now, but
So that album's from like high school for you.
no, not high school, like 2012.
Okay.
And I got other music that's out. I got another mixtape that's out. I'm actually finishing up a real album now. But yeah, man, started with the music, and all my music had some type of comedy in it. And then in 2015, man, I just was like, I felt like I was evolving, and rap is real saturated. So I didn't quit rapping. What I did was like, man, you gotta reinvent.
Yeah.
So I just merged my loves, because at this time, 2012, we starting to see, if you're paying attention, like internet, people are now like hyphenating. I feel like I always been hyphenated, where somebody would be like, I'm a producer, rapper, singer, actor.
Right.
Hyphenated.
Yeah.
No
all
one
these-
does just one thing anymore.
Yeah, adding
Yeah.
tools to your tool basket. So I feel like I've been blessed enough to have like a lot of tools that God just made me like good at. So I was just like, man, let's just start doing them all together, man.
Where was the first success that you saw in music or in comedy?
I think it's easier to tell with comedy, man. I never really got like no laughs or booed in comedy. My first show was at Funny Bone up there at the top by the bar.
Yeah.
And, it went real good. But I already had like a stage presence from like music.
Right.
I already had it. Like I was getting prepped and primed through music, I feel like. So that went good. I don't got like that white stash around me, do I? I feel myself getting dry. That'd be the worst. You look back at a podcast and you be like, oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh no, I found shit up my nose so many times. Right after we finished the episode, I go in the bathroom. Like, those sons of bitches didn't even tell me that I'm on camera. With
Ain't nobody gonna tell you. You know your real friends will be like, hey man, you got people who don't know.
I've got an ecosystem hanging off of my.
Right.
Nah, all of our friends are anxious and we have issues looking at each other in the eyes. We're just staring at each other's hips and knees and feet, just like, hey man, how you doing? Yeah,
Man,
hope you're having a good day.
We
Did you
awkward,
notice
man.
the bug that I picked and just very casually put behind my knee for a little bit during Sadie's episode?
No.
Well, let us know if you saw it in the comments.
Yeah, fun games. Spot that.
Spot the boogie.
You can definitely see the look on my face when I realized what I pulled out of my skull
Damn.
when I just did this. And there's
We should have clipped that.
yeah, there's a reason I told you not to.
That's a promo clip.
Just the look of my surprise of just like, that was in me.
It's like a ghost video. We circle it with a red thing.
It's an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How long have you been doing the Type Shit podcast?
Type Shit podcast started in 2018. Just another way to work on like social anxiety and talk to people who I was impressed with. Something funny happened when podcasting started. You had access to people you wouldn't have if you hit them up and was like, I'm a rapper.
Right.
If you say I'm media or I got a podcast, I just want to talk to you about your life.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I met so many people I ain't had no business meeting. Making a podcast, like I got old podcasts with like a lot of people from the radio, like Kyle from the news. I forget his last name.
Kyle from the local news?
Yeah,
like
Black
Cincinnati
guy.
9?
Yeah, he gonna be like, man, you know my name when he see this.
It's Kyle.
When Kyle from the news, the black guy, who's like the first black guy over there. I'm doing a bad job of describing this, man, but yeah, I just met a lot of people who you
Look
can
it
just
up.
hit up.
You'll be abreast.
Yeah. Check out the Type Shit podcast. You'll see some of it. But
I know Tara was on, right?
not on my
Who was
podcast.
it? Wait, somebody recommended you on Facebook.
Tara recommended me to come over here.
Okay.
Yeah. You're confusing his show with ours again.
No, I thought she recommended
I told you gotta
because
quit
she
doing
had
that, man.
No. Yeah, you should get Tara on your podcast. She's real funny.
Yeah.
Man, you really just went around that plug to get there, didn't you?
Hey, that's funny.
Holy shit.
Oh, but I lost track of what y'all was asking me. I went ADHD.
Who is your favorite podcast guest that you've had recently?
Did we ask him that, or was that a new question?
Nah, see, his ADHD kicked in,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
yeah,
triggered
we just-
mine, and now we're on a new thing.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good edit point
I
anyway.
like that. My favorite guest that was on my podcast, I say went off my first podcast that I filmed on the road, man. It was 2018. This is right when the show got started, man. And I was just sick of being in Cincinnati, man. You know, you hit them walls where you just like, I just need something new. I need to go somewhere and be lost.
Different
I don't-
scenery. Yeah.
Yeah, like I took a plane to LA and I was starting out my podcast. I'm like, I'm gonna give me an interview. And I went to LA to try to get an interview with this guy. I was broke as hell.
Hold on, you just flew to LA with no money and was just like, I can't stand
I had a
Cincinnati
little
anymore.
bit of money.
I'm going to go out there with this little bit of money
Yeah.
and just get an interview.
Yeah.
You were the most tenacious person that I've met in a long time. Holy
You
shit.
sensationalizing it. It's making me think of it that way because I didn't think of it that way.
Well, yeah, you
I
were
was
terrified and broke in LA looking for someone to talk to.
Right. So I was just like, bruh, I went out there to do an interview with, I forget who it was. But when I got out there, they canceled on me. No! After I done rode the Spirit plane across the country, bruh. Hey, man, I'm going to find you, and it's going to be a headbutt festival, man.
What are they like? Sorry, I got something. Like,
They just didn't answer me. That was...
Oh, man.
you got
they just-
ghosted.
Yeah, I got ghosted.
Ghosted in the
LA.
city of angels. That's
Hey,
not
man,
okay.
They should call it Los Anuses. Have you ever been on Hollywood Boulevard?
No, I haven't made out
It
to LA.
smelled like
Yeah.
Los Anuses. Hey, bruh.
Are you saying the city of angels smells like a butthole?
Hey, it's close. It's more pee. It's more on the pee side than the butthole side. That pee is alive down there. It's like a person.
God.
You bump into it, you be like, excuse me.
Shouldering past the embodiment of the pee smell.
The pee smell has girth and
Hey,
mass.
man.
It's a ghost of peas past.
Hey, yeah. Hey, that's funny as fuck.
So what did you do after they canceled on you? Did you find someone to
Like,
talk
man,
to?
somebody gonna talk to me, man. I done came all this way, man.
Hey, you walk down the street, at least 3 people are going to talk to you, but they're probably asking for something.
Actually, a drunk dude was murmuring to himself, and I walked past. It was like on a famous street in L.A., and I was like, "Oh, that's how it's about to happen to me." But it was just weird. It was, all right, but I got out there and I just started hitting people up. One of the people that I hit up was a dude who inspired me to start a podcast named Zoe Williams. I was listening to his podcast for like 2 years straight, binging on all his old episodes. Like a real knowledgeable cat, and he talk about relationships and stuff. So I hit him up, and he told me, yeah. So I got to go to Dash Radio, which is a big independent radio station there. That's where he worked at. So I interviewed him there. So I'm like, I'm about to just keep hitting people up. I got my second interview with a big comedian named Nate Jackson. Nate Jackson was on Wild 'N Out. He got a big skit career with Big Job to the max. He worked with them. It was like they whole crew did skits together. Now Nate Jackson is on like
This is still the same day?
Nah, this is during the same week though.
Oh, okay. I thought that you just like ended one interview and were like, let's see what I can do this afternoon.
No. But I just
Return flight is in 4 hours. How many interviews can I get in?
I was sending out a shotgun, DMs like, and then Nate Jackson hit me up. A lot of people he like in Little Rock, the show with The Rock.
Okay.
He got his own comedy club, but I ended up getting them 2 interviews, man, and that like gave me the confidence.
Were you staying with a friend out there, or did you have to figure out where you're staying too?
Man, I stayed with my homeboy Third, man, and Third was part of a group of Ohio and Cincinnati people who all left in like 2012.
Oh, okay.
It was a group of like 10 people from Cincinnati. It was like, fuck, we moving to Cali.
It's about what you need to make rent out there.
Definitely in a 1-bedroom. But he was one of the people who made it. So he had been out there since then. He got a spot. It's called the Ohio House, man. Anytime you want to go out, usually he got a girlfriend, and he just like, just take the spot, just give me such and such a week. So that's just the spot to stay if you go out of town. Actually, another person who stayed in that apartment is a guy named a guy I met early in my rap career. His name is Sal Dolly. Sal Dolly stayed in the house right after I left, and he was there on and off before I was there. Sal Dolly goes on to make a song with Beyonce this past year, got a Grammy. So it's like a lot of energy, bro. Like you ever see somebody blow up who you knew personally? It's been a lot of that for me. Like I was cool with a lot of people who like did big work in the city. So it's kind of like letting you know that you was in the company of some stuff and keep going.
Yeah.
Shit.
You're in the right creative environment because you're around these people that are also moving and projecting and creating and being recognized for it.
Yeah.
It kind of breaks the illusion a little bit where you see people successful as like out of reach or something. Is like, no, you're doing the thing now. It's just more people are looking at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like a lot of times when people say the reason why they doing something, like people just be wanting validation, but it's only validation for something you probably already been doing. So you're already valid. It's just keep moving in the space type shit. Like.
Oh, God damn. You're already valid. Just keep moving in the space.
Type shit.
Put that on a shirt, homie. Oh, my God.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, like,
Very small font.
we already there, man. I feel like we really was already there when we was kids, and then we started getting our way. You ever look back and be like, oh, my God, I was golden. When I was 7, that was him.
I was so funny when I was annoying my parents.
And it was so pure.
Peak funny shit, man. Because my
Yeah.
grandparents were dying at it, and my parents were mad, and that's how I knew I was doing right.
If you could like stay a kid and then gain the focus and the resources to
I
actually
thought you were
bring
going to say
that
the right to
people.
drink. If you
Yeah.
could just stay a kid and gain the right to drink.
You can't drink as a kid, Lauren.
Resources are different to everyone. It's fine.
Right. If it's in the refrigerator, your mama at work, hey, man, I drink Heineken's or Little Mickey's. That's what it used to be, Mickey's.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
Would you, Six, would you want to stay young forever? Would you want to Peter Pan through life?
Nah.
Good answer. Good answer. I thought we were heading in that space when we were talking about being kids that could
Keep
drink
the
for a minute.
creativity.
Nah. I feel like the secret is keeping doing what you, like things you enjoy as a kid, but you don't want to just be a kid your whole life. Take that wisdom and grow, but keep doing the things that keep you alive and keep your light shining. Cause really all we got in the world where we gotta work so much, you gotta
Right.
be able to do something with that energy, man. Life will make you want to go to work, come home, and not do nothing, man. But then what are you like? You really just living your life for a check to pay rent somewhere where you're not even at.
Pays rent sometimes.
Right. Like, man, doing what you love keep a lot of people from getting killed. Hey man, if I wasn't telling jokes, it'd be a Headbutt Festival more often, man.
Yeah.
Right? Right.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of Headbutt Festivals, this is a bombing podcast, I think, technically. We do segments now, but we still try to stay on theme.
Do we want to do the segments and then like transition into that? Was that where you were headed?
Oh, no, I was going to see if he had a bomb and then do the segments. But
Here, let me let Paul in first if we're transitioning.
Are we transitioning?
Well, to the bombing story.
You should have a little animation that run across the screen, a dog run across the screen.
Oh, do you know an animator? Can you animate?
Hey man, all you got to do is look up. This is a trick, man. I should put this in my master class, but hey man, if you know how
Paul.
to edit a little bit, you can just you can like key out certain colors. On YouTube, you can look up high quality green screen images, and it'll just be like a dude just dancing. All you do is go in your editing software and add the ability to key out colors, and usually you can just tap it, and that color anywhere it's at on the screen will disappear, and then it'll be like a transparency. It'll just have dude by itself. It'll take the green out or whatever. This is another skill that I learned myself.
Okay. You're fixing my soul and my workflow in post, and I don't know how to deal with all of that.
Hey, once you start doing it, once you start doing it, you're gonna be like, oh man, this is a game changer.
No
all
shit.
types of animations popping up.
We have to start doing transitions now. He
Yeah, we
literally
need a
just
bomb.
showed us how.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a quintessential bomb that
I
sticks
meant
out?
like a bomb animation.
I know.
transition.
Yeah. I also
Yeah, but we also
Hey,
need a
to go into the bomb
story.
segment, that'd be hard. That'd be hard. I'll show you how to do it. But yeah, I bombed real hard. I didn't get booed, but this is very close. I feel like the silence was a boo, but
sometimes the silence hits harder than any noise ever could.
hey man, I went down to Atlanta one time. This is 2000. This 2020. I want to say. I went to Atlanta. Atlanta got a whole bunch of open mics. You can do like 3 mics a night in Atlanta. They got a PDF and an Excel sheet full of stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
It's organized, tabulated,
Very
correlated.
organized.
His formulas.
It's corrugated like cardboard. I have used too many words.
Some of them made sense though.
On brand.
Hey man, I went down to Atlanta and I wanted to do this one mic. It's called Monticello.
Okay. Sounds like a classy place.
Yeah. Well, they wasn't ready, man. So I went down there, man. I rode down there, and I was doing this mic called Monticello. It's thrown by like the biggest promoter in Atlanta. The guy with glasses. I shouldn't even tell the story, man, because he might have forgot about me now, but I feel like I was banned. But I went to this open mic, and the open mic started up, and it's got 3 female hosts. They and when they open up the mic, they doing a joke where three of them is coming up with stories. So one person to say a part, the other person to improv a part, the next person. So like they improv the story about sucking penises in a candy store like suckers. So I'm like, oh, this is one of them mics. So I get up on stage. The first joke I tell, it go like this. I said, I'm glad them cicadas is gone.
What?
This is right after the cicadas. I'm glad them cicadas was gone. When they was out, I stuck one up my ass and let it vibrate on my prostate till I skeeted everywhere. The promoter come from the back like, no, get off stage, hit the music. He kicking me off the stage in front of a packed club.
Holy
in Atlanta.
shit, dude.
He's like, man, you can't say that joke. You see all these upper class black people in here. It was like, I said the crowd was probably like 30 to like 60.
I mean, I get it though. If there was just a 3-part story about sucking dick in a candy shop,
And we in Atlanta. You don't want to hear prostate story? Too many of y'all getting y'all. Hey, let's not act like
it seems
this ain't
unfair.
Atlanta.
It seems unfair. It just seems unfair.
But that, yeah, man, I did. I got kicked. I ain't get kicked out the club. I was like, I think it's time for me to go. So I just,
you didn't give him the opportunity.
man, I left. Man, I was salty, man. One of the dudes who was working the door too was like a real big actor. He used to play a cop in a lot of stuff, man. I wish I could find his picture. But I was
Gary
like, man,
Busey.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, man. That's an
Things
interesting
got
dude.
downhill for him a little bit.
Yeah, he's not doing
working
great.
the door at a.
Yeah, man.
Not doing great.
He got away a long time with being a disabled person.
What? Yeah, a motorcycle accident like fucked up his head.
Yeah.
That just keeps happening to actors. It's almost like motorcycles are dangerous or something.
Yeah,
A
man.
little bit.
I want one so bad.
No doors.
I got to get an acting career first.
You think so?
Yeah, that's the order. You got to get an acting career, then you get a motorcycle, then you get an irreparable brain damage, then you become a cop.
Yeah, you pay for your expensive insurance with your acting career money.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Good luck.
And I think I'm just gonna die on the motorcycle because I don't want to become a cop.
I like that bomb because some bombs there's not as much fallout where they're like, I went up on stage and I did bad and then I felt bad. But you had a guy running in like there was a fire.
That's a new one. Yeah. A booker shuts your shit down. I don't think anybody's ever even mentioned like getting the light early. Not for what they said. Not like that. Like I've heard people getting the light early just because they weren't doing well and they need to get the show on. But like your first 9 words, he did come out like with a fire extinguisher.
Black people do not like booty jokes, man. Whenever I
Really?
do booty jokes around black people, they be like, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it, man.
Yeah,
Like,
is it just like shit humor, like, or just specifically if you're stimulating a G spot, we don't want to hear about it.
I don't know what it is, man, but anything around the ass, they usually be like, nah, man. Nah, bro. I don't like that.
Oh, next, please.
I thought it was hilarious, man.
Yeah,
No, that's a very funny thing to say. To put a cicada in your ass to make you skeet everywhere. That's quantifiably hilarious.
and ending on skeet everywhere.
Oh, it's a life hack. I actually was trying to help y'all.
Life hack.
In 17 years, you can, hey, man, you can come like you never came.
It's just no response. They're just like, oh, how dare you?
It was just dead silence.
Oh,
They was just looking at me.
and were you the first person up after like the
I
3-part
was the very
sketch?
first person because
Okay.
they didn't put me on the list when I signed up online. So that's another. I got all the way to Atlanta and wasn't even on the list. So when I tell the people that, they like, all right, we're gonna throw you on. So I'm like, all right, I'm probably gonna be late in the show. 6. I was like, oh snap! First person. You get that? You know how you go blank when you get called and you ain't expecting to get called. You be like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
snap! Where them jokes go?
Years of experience just evaporated out of my skull
Yes.
because someone said my name and I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, that's where a lot of the I didn't know I was gonna come up here. Thanks a lot, guys. It's like that's supposed to be fun. No, you're just like keeping your head above water at
Yep.
that point. You're just saying shit so it's not quiet.
Right. You get nervous at every show.
I won't say at every show. I get nervous at more shows than I should, and it just depends on like the night or like who's in the crowd, what the makeup of the crowd's
Yeah.
like. what
Yeah.
the situation is, if I go to that mic a lot. Because if I don't go to a mic for a while, for some reason, I'm like, they don't remember me here. Like, it's a whole new room to me.
Man, I don't like that feeling, man.
No, but
It is bad.
it is still, like you were talking earlier, it's still energy that you can channel into it. But
Yeah.
sometimes it does get in the way, and my thing is I'll freeze up, so none of the emotions I'll have when I'm comfortable make it to my face. And it's just like,
Man.
look at that robot up there saying things that are technically funny on paper.
You got a bully in your mind that won't let you be you. You be like, man, hey, man, I swear I'm hilarious, man. What is happening right now? It's such a like you getting beat up, man. I don't like it.
The bully in your own mind. Yeah. There's nothing worse than coming off of a bomb and then having your other comic friends tell you, like, hey, you weren't doing that bad, but you looked like someone had a hold of your scrotum the whole time.
Hey.
And it's not it's going to translate weird.
Yeah, man. You can lose a crowd before you even tell a joke.
Yeah.
Because they see that you're nervous, man.
Right?
There's so many nuances you give off when you're nervous, especially the people who like pay attention.
Before you ever touch the microphone, just that transition between the host and you.
Your walk.
You're saying so much before you ever say a word.
Where
Man.
your shoulders at, or
Your
you
shoulders.
fidgeting, like-
How you posture your face. Like, hey, man, that's such it's the biggest bully feeling.
And the big thing is you can break it down like that, but it's not going to help until you just change the way you feel where you're not thinking of any of it.
And you can
Right.
do that in seconds.
Yeah.
Comedy's the only place where the advice that Grandpa gives about fishing, saying that you're not holding your mouth right, that advice actually kind of applies here,
Yeah.
and is also something that you have to totally forget about and put out of your mind in order to fix.
Yeah.
And that's, just be you.
They tell you that. Just be you. Like,
Like you can listen to that and follow the advice.
yeah, like it's that easy.
Right, check. Roger. I'll just do that ambiguous, weird thing that's categorically different for every person.
You
Yeah.
see, because in my point of view, I'm still me and I'm still doing the thing. So
Right. So it don't even, it's like when somebody tell you you did good. If you don't think you did good, I sucked.
Exactly.
It don't even matter, man. So like, but the older I get, the more I realize like life is like the longest holiday of Halloween. Some people get in their costume and they believe, I'm Superman.
Right.
yeah,
Like, you really got to wear that costume, dress it up. You might need to wear some on your actual body every time you get on stage that might not be like one of the rappers. My favorite rapper is E40. E40 always got on glasses. E40 don't wear glasses. He been wearing glasses for 30 years because he was just like, that's part of my character.
and he just had to become that.
You gotta be it. You gotta believe it, and it's gonna translate. Like, but you can tell just from like how you feel before you go on stage. If you don't believe it, or if you feel unsure, it's just gonna come out either until you stop it, like you said, or it's just gonna be your whole set is just gonna be that uneasiness. So it's better if you weird, man. It's better just to lean into the weirdness and get into the character of it, like. Cause
There are times you had to do that, like consciously.
my whole life.
Yeah.
My whole life, I'm just getting decent
Yeah.
at it. Like embracing the you type shit, bro. Because it's so uncomfortable knowing that you avoiding you, like knowing that you're not being your true self.
Right.
Like it's so annoying. It feels so uncomfortable. It's just like, man, let them booty cheeks go, man. Unclench that sphincter, man. You. Ain't nothing you could do about it. So you might as well be the best you
Yeah.
and be a you that you can deal with. Like,
But then there's that other layer of, is you being authentic and comfortable, is that presentable and marketable?
Are you?
And usually the answer is yeah, because people like seeing you, being authentic and having a good time. But then, like, how do you polish that?
yeah, that's life though.
Yeah.
That's what, like, I compare it to like being an anime character. And this anime character, when it was a baby, realized it could shoot fire out his hands. So now your whole life, you know you got a talent, but it's just like, how do I shoot it in a certain direction with a certain velocity at a certain speed, like, and make it pinpoint? How do I like keep molding it and perfecting it so I control it and it don't control me? You'll die at your own hands. So like, that's like life, man. but we be having so many distractions that keep us from learning how to shoot our fire. Hey, bruh, life is crazy.
Damn. You want to do segments?
Bro, no.
I don't know where we could go from that.
I don't. Let's do the segments in the Patreon because, like, I don't.
Wait. I don't think we can do the segments in the Patreon.
Wait, why?
It's like a running thing. They're gonna hear that it happens off camera, off the free episode, and then just
What? No, I think I misspoke. Let's do the segments and then the Patreon.
Oh, I thought you said do the segments in the Patreon.
I might have said that, but that's not what I meant.
Okay.
So yeah,
did you want to start, or like should I? Or?
Go ahead. I clearly shouldn't have the reins.
Now, we do something called dueling segments on the podcast. People ask for segments, so we didn't know if we'd make a good one, so we've each been coming up with a separate segment. And last week, Lauren's segment, Yard Work, beat out my segment, which was watching like a famous bong. So I came up with something, and I also hear people say we focus on the subject matter of our podcast too much, so I'm doing something entirely unrelated to comedy. And next,
who keeps giving you all this feedback?
I'm gonna go get your blindfolds, guys.
You be reading the comments, man?
I try not to, but I just assume that like he has one very avid fan that just keeps sending him DMs. I don't want to put on a blindfold.
It's part of the segment.
I'm gonna. I just wanted to be vocal about not wanting to.
Oh man, I don't know what's about to happen. You got to tell me before I put the blindfold.
He's gonna say, "Don't worry about it." I'm gonna let you know right now.
I'm
just gonna say I wouldn't worry about it.
I would like.
This is the bad blindfold. Is this just a pillowcase?
Yeah, which I really went out of my way for presentation.
I'm trying to make this.
Ain't nobody drool on it, did they?
But hold on.
I ain't hear no answer.
Am I blindfolded?
Can you see?
No, I cannot.
Okay, then you're blindfolded. You are going to need one of your hands unless you want me to feed you something.
Oh, no.
So
just to be clear, you want us to hold a blindfold, and you want me to hold a microphone.
people usually tie blindfolds. I don't know what's wrong with you guys, but...
I'm nervous.
Okay, so would you say you're a man of good taste, Six?
Not really.
Okay, that's unfortunate because the segment I'm coming up with. You want your mic, Lauren?
Huh?
Microphone?
I can't hear you. I don't have my headphones on.
He can't hear you when he
Jesus.
blindfolded.
Hold on.
This is something called taste makers.
Taste maker.
And right now in front of me, I have three very well presented bowls of Doritos, and I want you to try all three and tell me what flavors they are.
Okay.
Now, guys, would you like me to read you the flavor options for fewer points, or would you like to just go in figuratively blind?
I've been big my whole life, man. My palate is immaculate.
All right.
I could tell you what flavor this air is.
All right. The bowl's coming your way. You feel it? Here, try number one. And just nearest to you, here's number one. All right.
So are we gonna do like a 3, 2, 1?
That's exactly what we're gonna do, Lauren.
Okay.
You ready with your flavors?
I hate when people eat on podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the main thing. All right, so ready in 3, 2, 1. Name your flavor.
Christmas.
Dorito.
Those were both incorrect, but because Sixes was an actual flavor, I'm gonna give them a point.
What did you say?
Christmas.
All right.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
that was
That's what it tasted like to me.
sweet chili.
Sweet chili.
Sweet chili.
I didn't know
Okay.
that was a flavor.
All right.
That's like my favorite Dorito. I'm kind of mad that I didn't actually.
All right. Did
Guess
you
that.
want me to get rid of that other sweet chili Dorito Six?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put that in. Put it separate from the bowl in case we want to snack later.
For the last 2 weeks, I just been eating watermelon, pineapple, and pecans.
Well, that's gonna fuck up your palate a little bit. You may be at a disadvantage here.
I lost 12 pounds, man.
Hey,
Hell yeah,
congrats.
congrats.
I'm trying to get sexy.
Well, this is gonna get you a little sexy. Here's flavor number 2.
Wait, did you
of
say
the Doritos.
pineapple, watermelon, and pecans?
There you
Yeah.
go, grab
Bro.
yourself a Dorito.
I'm trying. I want to be able to put on my 2-piece this summer, man.
You're gonna look good, and your jism's gonna taste amazing.
Oh wow.
Dorito number
I won't
2.
know.
That is.
Okay.
that-
Savor it.
That is a different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a different.
You guys want the count?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Give me a moment.
Okay.
I need
You're
a-
savoring it. I love that sound.
Yeah.
Satisfying.
Yeah. All right.
Again, 6 is at 1. Lauren is at 0 because he said a sweet chili Dorito tasted like Christmas.
You can't tell me what it tasted like to me.
I feel like it's the same trip.
Name your flavor on 3, 2, 1.
Nah,
Lime
so
explosion.
shit. Oh wow. That is it.
What was yours, 6?
The wrong answer.
I'm going to take you at your word.
I don't know these flavors, so I don't even know the guess that. He said lime. I'm like, gotta be.
It was Flamin' Hot Lemon.
Okay.
With an accent.
Oh.
It tasted like a mashup of flavor. I was like, that's flaming hot on the backhand.
Yeah. That was. Yeah.
Did you say Flamin' Hot?
I was thinking it.
Okay. Unfortunately, we can't give points for.
Come on, give him
telepathy.
half a point for
Okay,
telepathy.
So for telepathy, you're
Half
at
a
1.5. Lauren, you are now at 1. Although it wasn't exact, you did get the citrus with Flamin' Hot Lemon.
Yeah.
And finally, and this will be worth 2 points.
All right, 2 points. Final round. I can take this pillowcase
you
off my
go.
face.
There you go.
Is this a pillowcase, or did you just find like some
Yep,
craft?
It's a pillowcase, not
Okay.
necessarily
Oh
clean.
shit! I keep hitting the mic. It's probably seasoning all over it.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
That's cool. We'll send you home with it. That's yours now.
Where did you get these weird ass flavored Doritos, man? That
It's
shit.
a place close to Jungle Gyms called Jangle Jams.
And I want you to see my tray that I worked really hard on the tray, and then
You
I
got a
blindfolded
charcuterie
you.
tray of Doritos?
I blindfolded you before I brought the tray out,
That's-
which was a mistake.
Big reveal for us here in a moment.
Okay, into the segment again. We are at 1.5 to 1, but this is worth 2, so that doesn't really matter.
All right, can I get another one of those actually?
Here, let me make
That's
sure.
a
I
wild
get it.
flavor.
Yeah, I need another
Okay.
tasting before my.
Okay, let's give it another round. Get those sweet crunchy sounds into your mic. Do you want? Okay, you got one.
Yeah, I still got it.
You have not finished any of your Doritos. I have a pile of 6's Doritos.
I'm working on my discipline, man.
Okay, are we ready for the count?
I believe so.
Tastemakers,
Mhm.
final challenge.
Mhm.
3, 2, 1, go.
Spicy
Skyline
ketchup.
chili.
We had Skyline chili. We had spicy ketchup.
I think you nailed it, 6. I think it is spicy
It is
ketchup.
tangy ketchup, which is
Okay.
worth 1.5 points
Hell
for
yeah.
a total of 3 points for 6. Congratulations. That doesn't mean anything.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, blindfolds off. Look at my
Yeah,
tray.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That was an interesting segment, Luke.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for saying it was a good, interesting segment.
Can I wipe my
I liked
hands
it.
on this? Or you got like a
Oh
paper
yeah,
towel?
go ahead. I'm gonna throw it in the wash anyway.
Yeah, these things
It's,
that have been all over. Our greasy
Honestly, they
faces.
probably should have been thrown in the wash before.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, I got
That
somebody's
was a
dream
joke. It
spit on
came-
my
It
face.
came right out of the closet.
Oh, where are you going with those? Leave those. You just leave those right there. You've awoken something in me, and it's a need and a desire
Okay, that was a fun segment. I think. I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that more often, man.
Really, because at the end of this, you'll get to vote which 6 around my taste makers or Lauren's yard work.
to. So yard work is a segment that I came up with. I don't want to say sporadically or in the moment. Your vape died too.
Yeah.
Sad days.
It's rough. It's rough out here.
But we go around the yard, sharing our favorite bombs of each other. So when have you seen us when we've sucked, 6?
Or if you need a minute.
Do you have a
You-
bomb?
Well, I had a bomb that I saw.
Me?
It was, and then it's been mentioned to me a little bit because my wife doesn't make it out to a lot of stand-up comedy, and she did one time.
And I bombed?
Well, what happened was you as you were wont to do, and it's been funny. You tell a lot of shit jokes, and I think there was just one shit joke that lasted for about 5 minutes at I think it was Mixwell's, and then there were 4 or 5 people there. One of them was me, and one of them was you. So there was 3 people in the audience. One of them was Story.
Which one is Mixed Wells? What part of
That's the one next to 20s. That
It's got like metal
it's like a
siding
gay bar.
on the walls.
There was a stage.
I don't think I've been to there. It had to be somewhere else.
Maybe it was. I thought it was Mixwell's.
Oh.
Anyway,
How many times are we going to have a conversation about where the show happened?
Tori did have an expression on her face about the shit joke, which she's not your target audience with the shit material. But then you mentioned it, and she has a little social anxiety, so you walked my wife, and by extension, me, because I'm like, well, if I let my wife wait in the car for the rest of an open mic, it's not...
She left? It was so bad?
Yeah, because she was, I think, uncomfortable more.
With the shit joke?
Yeah, but...
What part you think made her the most uncomfortable?
Probably you being like, that expression on your face.
Okay, I think I do remember
you did
that.
Say something like that.
Dang, I wish I could see it again. You learn more from the bombs than you do from doing good.
Right?
And
Yeah.
I think the only reason that's fresh in my mind was because we were like, oh, we're going to have Six on the podcast. And like, really, the guy who ...
Yeah. So that's the first thing that came to your mind. Damn.
No, the first thing that came to her mind.
That's crazy. I want her to tell me what it was, man, so I can remember that. Mixed well.
I honestly forget the joke, but that was the bomb that comes to my mind. Because any time I've seen you otherwise, it was like everybody's into the music. It's a lot of call and response.
Hey, man.
And then there's that one time I left early because my wife went to the car.
Hey, I had to get it out that day, man. It had to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Tara suggested to have you on the show, I got really excited, but then I was like, but we have a bombing podcast, and I've never seen Six not do well. But we've had plenty of people on the show that I'm like, I've never seen you bomb, and then they tell us a story of just like the most
Are
horrific.
you just going to repeat his cicada story back to him for this segment?
No, I was about to reference Chris Seymour again. Where it's just like, oh, wow, you did start somewhere. Just like all of us.
What about, what? Did you already say your bomb story?
No, that's the problem with my segment is that it puts me in a position where I have to think of my friends' failures, and I've never seen you not do well. I saw you asked me for an aux cord at my mic once, and that was weird because no one had asked me for an aux cord at my mic yet.
Yeah.
And I didn't have one, and then you disappeared and came back with one, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is happening.
That's less of a bomb and more of being a professional.
That's what I'm
It's like,
saying.
you don't got it. I'll fix it to myself.
Hey, yeah, man.
Just making shit happen, just continuing to move in the space.
Hey, yeah.
So which of my mini bombs?
I see, man. I don't think like that either, man. Like, I just feel like, I think it was the one time at Hi-Fi where it was just quiet.
Yeah, that might gave me trouble for a while.
Yeah.
But I usually have seen you do good there, but it was just like, I don't know what happened, man. It's hard to tell, man. A lot of times, but it ain't nobody boo or nothing like that. It just was quiet. But you to be standing there like you pretty confident in your jokes. Like, even if it ain't working, I stand on it. You be giving that type of energy, so it's just like,
that's good that it came across that way, because usually I drive home just like, what am I doing with my life?
that's the thing too, man. What do you do? What do you say to yourself when that happened? Like, what am I doing with my life, and then what?
I try and like kind of channel it into how can I workshop these jokes? Was it really just the crowd? Could I have more energy in my performance? And work on writing instead of being like, fuck comedy, I'm gonna go home and like just drink a bunch and play video games. Like,
yeah, it's interesting, man. Like,
yeah, but that room in particular is just a different crowd from most open mics, which is like mostly comedians. In there, it's like a little more higher income bracket, a little younger.
It's the kids at UC that got
Yeah.
money.
Yes, the budding young professionals.
Yeah.
And those people are, they have a particular vibe, and it's usually not one that coalesces with sad comics all the time.
I love to learn about myself that those are the people I relate least to. It's like,
right.
oh, you're young and successful.
Yeah. Because they not feeling really down at that point. They like, look at my
No.
body and my bank account.
I'm 22 and I have money. Everything
I'm in
else can be
shape.
shit. Exactly.
Oh, it
I'm in
sounds
great
like you
shape.
have problems with this whole system. It's like, yeah, kind of a lot, actually.
They probably think about you in 20 years and be like, oh, he was hilarious. I don't know. I like that room, man. I like
Yeah.
Hi-Fi. What's your favorite room?
Right now, probably Chameleon. I do
Chameleon.
like Chameleon because it's
Chameleon's good.
when the crowd comes out, it feels like they're a little more of the. I don't like the word alternative, but they're down for more comedy that's out there or doing stuff or
Yeah.
experimenting around. So if
They'll-
I'm
yeah.
writing something, they'll be like, "Oh, he's just working on that," and laugh at the funny part and not hold the other part against me.
Yeah.
Chameleon
every time.
feels like the audience are comedy fans, as opposed to people that just happen to be in a bar where comedy is happening. Because there is that like level of understanding, and they'll let you get away with shit because it's an open mic, and like that John's been running that room really well for a long time, and he's not the first one to be running it like that. The
And
room's
at
been
this
going
point,
on forever.
it is a comedy room. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
divided off from the bar.
Chameleon started out as a comedy club. It was Chameleon Comedy Club, wasn't it?
It
seen
started
that
as
in print.
Chameleon Pizza, and then
Yeah,
when
it
the
pivoted,
pandemic shut
like,
everything down, they were like,
right
"We're a
before
comedy club
COVID.
now."
Yeah. I seen that. Man, Chameleon is cool to me. It ain't nothing against nobody there, but that room, it feel like a room that you would see on like TV or somebody, a great when he was first starting. It
Yeah.
feel like you would have seen Chappelle there if he was just beginning.
Yeah.
But the room when you win it, it'd be like these ceilings is so low and everybody's exhaling so many times. It feel like you definitely gonna get COVID in there. That's the only thing about that I will say is like it
Yeah.
feel like, oh man.
That's kind of the
that's part of the
perfect
rules,
situation
too.
for COVID and for laughs. Like
Yep.
you want a tighter space, you want people
Yeah.
close together.
Yeah.
Yep.
The intimate show is way better.
The ventilation is bad, which is why the vapes set off the fire alarms.
Yeah.
Like it's all very, very enclosed.
Are we wrapping up yard work?
Yeah, I think that was a good time
Yeah.
around the yard.
That felt good.
So
I felt
yeah.
bad bringing up that one thing, Six, but that's the only time I remember you bombing.
That's all good, man. I ain't tripping, man. It's all
so
learning.
Of the two segments,
Yes.
the one where you were kind of treated like a hostage and then forced.
well, let's not spin it that way. I think it was fun. I fed you tasty Doritos. And
So did you like Kinky Dorito time, or did you? I'm sorry, did you name?
I don't
your
like you
segment
calling
yet?
it that after I've already played it.
mine was taste makers.
Tastemakers. Okay,
Yeah.
so of the two segments,
It's a high class segment.
well, my bad. I didn't
I got
realize
a
it.
picnic thing to cover the silver tray.
You blindfolded me.
yeah.
That immediately took my
Yeah,
brain to a place.
I think next time around I'll have a cover for the silver tray.
Then
The tray will be out.
a lot of confidence thinking there's
blindfold
going to be a
will go
next
in.
time already.
Okay. Huh?
Okay. I mean, if the segment survives, but that's up to you, sir.
It's up to you.
And I like the blindfold game. Nothing against your game, but I'm thinking as a producer too.
About that.
Oh, would you look at that?
How about them Doritos?
It's almost like when you feed people, they're happy.
Hey, yeah, I like that game though, man, because it's interesting. Everybody gonna react different.
Oh, cool.
Well, Tastemakers wins, Luke.
I
Congratulations.
understand how it feels to have a segment that ran successfully for 2 episodes fall.
Yeah. Now
It
we're
do-
all in the same place.
I would say it hurts less the second time around, but I don't know that because I wrote a successful segment this time.
What other segments did y'all try?
Just the showing professional bombs on the screen and reacting to them.
That was the
I like
first
that
one.
too.
Yeah.
Whose
Yeah.
idea was that?
That was his
That
idea.
was mine,
Oh,
but
man,
Sean
let me stop
Braley
asking
picked
questions.
yard work. Yeah.
Let me stop asking questions, man.
But, hopefully, we're gonna find the strongest segment. It's
Yeah.
it's that. Have you ever done the thing with M&Ms where you pick an M&M and you crush 2 M&Ms together, and whichever one doesn't get crushed is the strongest one, and you
I never
that.
heard of that.
Yeah, it's kind of a niche thing, I'm realizing.
Yeah,
but
that is a very niche thing.
I think it was one Tumblr post.
I think farmers used to do that with eggs to make a super chicken.
The strongest chicken will hatch.
Hey, that's interesting.
Oh, God. Hey, were you down to stick around for the Patreon?
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool. He's going to stick around.
Yeah.
Did we have anything else for the free episode?
You want to drop some? I feel like you've been dropping so many words of wisdom. Do you want to sum up the wisdom you've dropped?
Oh, that's right. How we end every episode. I can't believe I forgot.
Before we end this, I definitely want to plug myself. I want to say go to sixsensemedia.com. SIXSENSEMEDIA.com. I want to shout out to my YouTube page too. Type Shit Podcast, TYPESHITPODCAST, and check out my TikTok, Type Shit Pod. But if I'm gonna give some advice, the best advice, and I say this a lot on stage, the best advice that I can give anybody is to always make sure it's a fart first. You don't want to be out somewhere enjoying yourself thinking you can slide that dookie air around a dookie.
Tori's just exiting the window of the house.
What'd you say?
Tori's just exiting the window of the
Yeah. Shout out. Always got some dookie advice or a dookie experience.
God damn. Love you to death. Thanks for sticking around the Patreon. This has been awesome.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah, we did it. It was a podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to Love the Bomb, man. They want me to roast them. I don't really have nothing mean to say. I don't know why two grown men is living together. But hey, that's probably the most I can really say, man. Love the Bomb. Check it out.
Yeah, that was enough. He was our patron.
Yeah, special thank you to Eric and
Garrett Teitelbaum.
McGregor Lakes.
Jarrell. You know which one.
It hasn't changed since last time, has it?
You know which one.
Everyone knows which one.
Damon.
Evan Beckmeyer. Thanks, bud.
Gretchen Schultz.
Cameron James.
Daddy, Jim Fakenbush.
Double D Diva.
Nathan. Alexander.
Patrick Neiman. Thanks, bud.
Josh.
Josh, thanks. And Breezy Lee. Thank you so much.
Lori Graves.
And Sean Braley, our newest patron.
Yeah, welcome. We're going to mail you stuff, so thanks for that.
Oh, boy, are we going to mail you stuff.
Enjoy the episode, everybody.
How many times do we say that? It's like we say it in the intro, and then we say it now,
Hey,
and
you know what?
I think we thank them for enjoying it before we leave.
If you enjoy the episode or not, you can listen to them.
Take it or leave it.
What's the name of the podcast one more time? My bad.
Oh, Love the Bomb.
Love the Bomb. All right. Love the Bomb. Love the Bomb. Love the Bomb.
Holy hell.
I feel
I
like.
don't know. That's my.
That's going to be a little stinger. We're gonna
Can we
isolate
reuse that a lot?
Yeah. Do what you need to do with it, man.
Yes. Holy shit. Thank you. That was wow. Damn. All right. Cool.